Oh, there he goes. Good job, mate. So tonight I sponge when I'm hot, so any breeze makes me cold. Oh yes, I have a mist bottle. Well, I say I have a mist bottle. I have the same spritzy bottle that I use to tell off the cats. I just change it to mist instead of spray or jet. The other one's called jet. Oh, sneezes. What are you... Oh. I'm like, what are you stuck on? One of the little vinyl pizzas was peeling up. There, I think. Not there, I think. Considering possibly for the next ones of oh wow. Not that perfect. Doing the die cutting first. Although now that I've like worked out the spacing, I'm really not doing too bad, so yeah. Maybe I just need to stamp one extra one so that I've got room for error. Mine's built in, as your memory friend says, it's my ancestors had survived the Ice Age, yes. This is true, we did manage to survive thousands of years without air conditioning, so... Although we could argue that, you know, climate change. In times past we didn't need air conditioning, but... Zoomies! Dang, cat's got the zoomies. Heck yeah. Okay, that's those ones. Now we can do... Just leave those to the side for a minute. Main thing in Perth that would save shreds of my sanity is the seemingly omnipresent man. Oh yes! Frio Doctor. Oh, Fremantle Doctor, but yes, Frio Doctor. That's what gets us through the summers. Oh, he's gone back to biscuits. He had biscuits, he buggered off back to the other room. He came zooming out here again. And scratched the scratchy post. And now he's back to biscuits. Up there. trying to do is make sure that like all of the edges look like they're spaced equally. It's really hard though. I think it's about there. Nope. Shifted it just slightly when I took my finger off then. Gosh dang it. I hope that's right. Ah! Across the mains. I have mountains on 3 sides, takes a lot for us to get gale force winds when we do. I love that the trees don't though. Would not be used to it at all. But yeah, I mean, you can argue we've got the advantage of like we're really flat, but also the breeze that we get is ocean breeze, so like the fact that the land is flat doesn't matter so much in that sense. But yeah, oh, that one didn't cut through. Dang it. The other one did though. But yeah, the ocean breeze is definitely what makes it bearable. Although I do use that word with some reluctance because I don't find it bearable, but... Nope, the cat's hooking up. Don't you start! But Mom, we're dying of the stuffs! It's not even close to dinner time. It's Vane! Hi Vane! Hi all you awesome people, how goes it? Not bad, how are you? Vane goes out, ooh! Snacks! Stamp, goes to die cutter, yes. Hey Ginny! Goes to the third stream today that saw quoting Wheaton's law. So, oh yes! That has been the chat rule. Wheaton's law, don't be a dick. Oh, zoomies. Cat's got the zoomies. If only he wouldn't zoom me up onto the kitchen bench because I'm always worried he's going to just slide right off and fall off. And he's not as young as he used to be, so he really needs to do that more carefully than that. This Happy Holidays one's just does not want to cut through on the first pass. I don't know why. He's going to have been in the slow cooker. Oh, yummy. So you've been smelling it all day? It's a nice kind of torture, isn't it? Mostly running away, Twitch thinks I need to accept all the rules again. Yeah, I have the same. It'll be... Oi! It'll be fine for like ages, and then I'll load up Twitch, and then all of a sudden, like, even channels that I've been following for years, I'll see the rules again. I'll go to chats that I'm one of the moderators, and I'll see the rules again. And it's just like, why? Has like Twitch done an update or something and reset our cookies or something? Change the cookies? Don't know. It's like, yes, Twitch, I've been here before. I know the rules. Chill out. I think that pattern called Crystal Lace. My brain tries to read it as Crystal Lake, and I had to remind myself that I'm not in a horror film. I don't know, have you seen the world lately? We could be in a horror film. Twitch is sometimes the brave heart's correct. Mostly the Twitch is twitchy part. Because it is very twitchy. Up there. Hopefully about that. Who is what? I mean, true. Plus, sometimes you'll just have like things in your browser that'll reset things as well. Like, I certainly know I've got like extensions of things that play into that. Not that necessarily everybody. Oh my god, why is that not cutting on the first pass? You silly beans. Not that everybody has that sort of thing, but it sometimes can just be your browser that you're on. There we go. I don't know why that one needs 2 passes. I think they're not called Twinkies. I've never had a Twinkie. I don't even know if we have them here. I don't think I've ever seen them, but I haven't exactly gone out of my way to look either, so like, maybe. It needs 2 because it's being a butt. If it was instead being a peach, the tutorial would kind of be different. Accurate. What confused me is the fact that I moved it on the plate to a spot that I knew that it had cut previously and then it didn't cut on the first pass again, and it's like, why? Why? Why are you not being consistent? How dare. In the international section at Coles. See, I never actually go to Coles. I get delivers. I shall have to search for it next time I'm doing a delivery. Freedom Miffy probably uses chemicals found outside of the US, probably. We'd have them here, but they're illegal, so... That time I ran it through multiple times and it like made it 98% of the way. There we go. Slight little bit of fuzzies on the edge there, but that's fine. Lovely. Alright, that's all of those ones. Now we can swap to the other. We've got Jingles. It's Canoe with the bitses. Thank yous. Finally remembered how to do this. Yay! That makes it easier for you. Thank you for the bits. Smash more cakes, more fun. I mean, true. Twinkie is basically a hand cake with the frosting on the inside, yes. Hand cake, yeah, that's a phrase. Do we mean in the sense that it's like one serve kind of thing? Like it's not a slice of cake, it's like an appropriate amount of cake for one person. Oh no. Oh no. Chat's being naughty. The burrito is a hand snack. There we go. Naughty mouse with a gift subbage. I don't know how that's pronounced. Because my brain goes Cheroneko. Because I see the chair at the front, but I'm wondering if it's a kut sound. Karoneko? I apologise for horrifically butchering your name. But you have a gift sub now, you're welcome. I would have said hand pie because it's a single serve and eaten without tools, but it's cake, not a pie. So it's a hand cake, yes. Not to be confused with handball, because that would get messy very quickly. Alright, so those four came out good. So I can take these off of here and swap to the other ones. Shiny. Like so. Like so. Put the dies back in the packet. Put them there like that. That in there, and that in there. Beautiful. Imagine now someone out there and you have the fit Twinkie with plate, knife and fork, yes. Kinda like how there was that, was it 4 and 20? That tried to like expand into international markets, and they decided to achieve this by sponsoring / partnering with a American basketball team, I think. And so they were like, oh, the coach, I think it was the coach of the team, CEO of the team, something like that, one of the head honchos. They were like, oh, we've got this thing with the pies, and that's you can have a pie, and they gave it to him with a plate, and he ate it with a knife and fork, and it's just like, you are doing it wrong. The whole point of the single serve pie is it's meant to be able to be eaten without utensils at the side of a sports field. It's a Twinkie, would probably survive being confused for a bowl. This is true. Yeah, I can't think of Twinkies without thinking of the scene from Zombieland. Tallahassee. In the truck, digging through all of the treats. Acetate Kinkleys. I'm sorry / you're welcome. Itself, despite looking like little cabbages and tasting somewhat cabbage and steams, frosted nuts do not indeed work as well as cabbage and slow cook. Oh no. Not all of the steamed sandwiches, true. Unless mashed with mushy pea soup. British basic, yes. I do, but I'm not going to rag on those who like to make their meals more complicated. Yeah. I've been trying to do more cooking. I'm learning things. I have purchased 3 cookbooks. I used to have a mountain of cookbooks, but they were all mostly they were ones that Mum had given me, which I should have seen as the red flag that they were at the time, but anyway, it's fine. But they were all very, like, they took 27 ingredients and you had to use 3 different pans to cook it all, and you had to, like, go to the Asian supermarket for this obscure spice that, like, nobody's ever heard of, and I'm just like, this is too hard. This is too hard. So most of those went away when I did my big purge for all of the cleaning stuff. I have since then purchased 3 cookbooks that I like read about beforehand and researched and blah blah blah, and I was like, I think these ones are going to be still tasty but a hell of a lot simpler. And so far, yeah, mostly. My biggest problem is that, like, I go to order groceries to buy the items that I need for these things and half of them don't show up, and it's like, well, how am I supposed to make this now? But I'm learning. I want more flavour in my life. I have learned that all of the stuff that I didn't like as a kid was the stuff that I didn't like because of how Mum made it. So now I need to relearn what it is that I actually like and actually don't like. Recipe soup was for the pies, you need crockery and cutlery if the pie comes with recipe soup. True, yes. It may take longer, but it'll taste good. Rice in the microwave. I've done that. Didn't turn out 100%, but it wasn't bad. That's for adaptive cooking. Yes. I want to get better at it so that I can learn to be adaptive. Like, I don't know what the right thing is in order to know what all the alternatives are. If that makes sense. But I'm willing to learn. And I'm willing to try. So... Except broccoli, obviously. And in the fridge, yep. Going from Pablo's. Ah, yes. I thought it was oatmeal you can make in the mids. Yes! I've done that before too. Put it in a container, mix it all up and let it soak. Best I know what substitute for missing ingredients is know what that ingredient is doing in the recipe. In the first, yeah, exactly. How it goes, how it tastes, how it textures, all of the things. Yeah, difficult to do if you don't know what the ingredient is. Yep. First time you do it, you got to do it right. I use that word loosely. And then you can be like, oh, I could totally put this thing in instead and it'll be fine. Thinking about the basics of starch, protein, fiber, etc. Balancing fully sweet, savoury, bitter and spicy within the meal. That's not a thing that I'm very good at all. The flavour balances. Doing familiar stuff and then variations of it, yes. Oops. It would help if I picked the stamps up first. There we go. Aww. Tanket's just jumped down to his armchair. He hasn't slept on that armchair for months. It's become Black Cat's spot. And then just last night, well I say last night, early this morning, I got up for a little bit of water out of the fridge and I was like, do I see Cat there? And I'm like, yes, I do see Cat there. It was the first time I've seen him on it in frickin' months. And now he's just jumped back on it again. Okay, I can tell already that this season's greeting stamp is going to be a pain in the ass. Because I couldn't get the ink down onto all of it properly. There's a little bit that's got a bit of a dip. We'll see. Please remember spices, don't do like my mum did and serve lentil stew that was only lentils slow cooked to a go. Oh! Yeah, I'm learning that a lot of the stuff that my mum did is really not the way. The reason that I hate broccoli so much, and I will never ever ever like almost anything else, I'll be like, I've either never had it, or I only had it as a kid and I went, oh, this is gross, and I've like put it in the I don't like this basket. All of those things I'm willing to try again at least once. Because I have definitely learned that a lot of the stuff that I remember from my childhood is like, oh, I don't like that food, is because of how mum prepared it, and not because of necessarily how it is. Broccoli is the exception. I will never, there will never ever be broccoli in my house. Fucking ever. I don't care how anyone prepare, like, love all you guys. I don't care how you prepare it. I don't care what you add to it. I don't care what you put it in. I am not eating it. And if anyone was, not that any of you guys ever would, but like, if someone in my life was to hear that and be like, oh, I'll make this thing and I'll like sneak broccoli into it, and then I'll be like, oh hey, there was broccoli in that. That's friendship over. You are done. Because when I was a kid, mum would, I mean, the first problem is that we had one of those like, you know how you can get like the unfoldy thing that's like a steamer and you put it in just a regular pot? It wasn't one of those. It was a dedicated like 3-piece pot set. And so you'd have the lower pot, which was just a plain pot, and then you'd have the upper basket, which like locked into that one, and then a lid. And that upper section was the steamer bit, so the bottom of the sort of base of it, like the pot of it, was all holes. The first step that, like, I only just in the past couple of years mentioned this to someone and they were like, oh my god, that's disgusting, why would you do that? Is that mum would boil the potatoes in the bottom of the pot and steam the vegetables in the top of the pot. Shock horror! Made all the vegetables taste vaguely like potatoes. So yeah, that was the first thing of like, that's a bit below average. But yeah, the top bit would get peas, beans, corn, carrot, and then broccoli. And the broccoli... So remember the old Tupperware? How there was like the long box for the carrots, and then the round box for the lettuce? And then there was like it was a round box, but it was... The lettuce one was like quite a deep bowl, whereas the broccoli one was quite tapered. Yeah, we had one of those. And that's where the broccoli lived. And as soon as you got it out of the fridge and opened the container, the kitchen would be filled with just a level of stink that is making me gag slightly just thinking about it. And then all of those vegetables would be put in the top of the thing, and then the potatoes would be put in the bottom of the thing, and that would sit on the stove for somewhere between half an hour and 40 minutes. Mum would put it on at 4:30 when her show started. It would spend the half an hour of her show cooking, and then Dad would usually get home from work sometime sort of 5 to 5:15, somewhere in there-ish, like just after 5. And yeah, that's when it would get taken off and served up. And yeah. No. It was edible, for a generous definition of edible. But, yeah, no. I will go to my grave never putting another piece of broccoli in my body ever. Not fucking happening.